Hello, hello, hello. If I'm going to do this, I might as well do this right. So, third video of today. This doesn't mean, by the way, that there's gonna be 3 videos every day or that basically anything's gonna happen for days on end, because it won't. It will have like periods that I'm more active and more inspired to tell you about me and whatever's on my mind. So, this is one of those days, apparently. I did change my looks a little bit. I had this lovely little red sweater, but I decided to take it off because, well, it just seemed kind of weird to wear the same thing for all my videos. I know, I'm vain in a weird way, but I'm really not. I just a bit self-conscious, I suppose. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about in this video is being yourself. And I know that a lot of people say, like, you have to be yourself, and oh, why can't you just be more like you and embrace who you are and all that. And it makes perfect sense, because who else are you going to be, right? So I always thought that was a very weird thing for people to say, like, be yourself. Well, yeah. I mean, who else, right? But the thing is, if I think about who I am, there is so much to that. I am so much more than just woman. I am a child in many ways. I have a tiny little trampoline in my home. That's how much of a child I am. And I'm loving it. It's my exercise and my fun at the same time. I'm a child. I am a woman. People call me ma'am now. That's a shocker. I'm still getting used to that one. But it happens, so you deal with that. And I am trying to be inspirational. I am very sweet. A lot of people tend to tell me that you have to be less sweet in life because people take advantage of it and it's a weakness and all that. But it really isn't. Being sweet can be an incredible strength, because so many people are harsh these days. And to be sweet is a nice counterpart to it. But you have to know that you are sweet. You have to be able to basically stand your ground in being kind and sweet, and sometimes just plainly adorable. But you have to dare to do that. You have to dare to empower yourself in who you really are. And I think it's Brene Brown who points out the power of vulnerability. And actually, I have a video on my YouTube channel where she explains all that. And I have a book written by her. And she explains it so well when she says that it's difficult to not adapt yourself to others. Like when someone says, oh, you know what, anyone who's spiritual is stupid and weird. And if I'm talking to that person, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in the power of the universe and love, attraction, and angels and everything. But if someone tells me, listen, you look like a very down-to-earth person, and so I know you'll get this, all spiritual people are stupid. It's comfortable for me to say, well, I'm sure you have a point, because I don't want to think that that man might think I'm stupid. But that will be dishonest to who I am as a person. And I used to do that. I used to be dishonest to who I was as a person. But I stopped doing that, because it is part of who I am. And if it's part of who I am, it is part of what I want to set forth in life. And why should I be uncomfortable being me just because someone else has an opinion? That doesn't make sense at all. It really doesn't. So now when someone says that, and it's like, well, too bad you think that way. You might not like me too much, but you certainly didn't really read me right, because I am in fact a spiritual person. But I'm okay with you not being. I'm okay with you being, down to earth and with your opinion. You can have that. I don't mind. But I'm not like that. so we can have a conversation about it, and I can ask you questions about it, you can ask me questions about it, and I'm fine with that. In fact, I kind of want to know how you got to be so anti-spiritual when I'm this spiritual, and let's have a conversation, not a discussion. I don't like discussions somehow, because that makes me feel like I need to defend my opinion. And I'm always thinking like, well, it's my opinion. And my opinion is part of who I am once again. So I'm not going to defend that to anyone. I don't have to. But I do want to know what drives people. So I'd much rather have a conversation. Who are you? Who am I? What are the middle grounds? And what are completely different things? And how can you learn from that? Because there's always a reason why someone has a certain perspective. So it's so much more fun to get to know the real people instead of the people that you kind of want to show, like the fake parts. That's not interesting at all. That's weird and unnatural and strange, and let's not do that. Just be your beautiful self. Like me with my ADD and my spirituality and all this energy and all the loveliness and the sweetness and wanting to help people, even if they yell at me for it. That actually happened. Actually, someone yelled at me for helping them. That was the weirdest thing. I'll tell you about that. This man was walking on the crowded station. Right, this was Rotterdam Station before it was rebuilt. And there was the two trains just empty. And this elderly man, like 80-something years old, is walking with two heavy suitcases down a flight of stairs. And there's people walking around, and I'm thinking, damn, that man is going to fall down. That's going to be an issue. He's going to break bones and everything. And no one is helping the poor bugger. So I'm walking up to him, and I ask him very kindly, very sweetly, as I am. I say, listen, may I help you with your suitcases? Do you need a hand with that? And he turns to me, he said, fuck off. He says, what's your problem? I'm not an old man. I don't need your friggin' help. Go help someone who needs it, you stupid bitch. Go away. I'm just surprised, I'm like, okay, fair enough. I'll leave you alone. And in my mind, I'm going, I hope you fall down the fucking stairs. But of course, I'm not saying that because I'm a sweet person. On the outside, anyway. No, I am sweet, but... so I'm just like all surprised, and I keep walking. I'm thinking like, really? This is how people can respond to you being nice. But it doesn't stop me from being a nice person in the future. It's part of who I am. And, well, at least with a great story now. Because, that tells more about that particular guy being bitter about being old and needing a hand and not being able to accept that. So, you know what? That's okay. But I'm still going to help people. I'm still going to try to inspire people. And if someone needs a hand, or if I think someone needs a hand, I will offer it. That's who I am. That's what I do. So yeah, that's a little lesson for today, a little inspirational thing for today. Be yourself no matter what. It is so much more interesting and so much more important for the world to see. So no fear, no shame. Just try to be you. That's good enough, trust me. You're absolutely beautiful, as we all are. So yeah, that's it for now. See you next time. Bye.